In just over a week, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and their 2 children are due to land back in the United Kingdom for the first time in years. King Charles has reportedly offered them a place to stay. It looked, for a moment, like the beginning of something rare for this family, a way back. Then, less than 48 hours ago, the people responsible for keeping that family safe said no. And now nobody, not the public, not the press, maybe not even the family itself, knows exactly who's actually getting on that plane. To understand why a simple family visit has become this complicated, you have to go back to 2020. That's when Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties and moved to California. One consequence followed almost immediately. Harry lost the automatic, round-the-clock police protection the British taxpayer had funded his entire life. Once you're no longer a working royal, that protection isn't guaranteed anymore. It's reviewed on a case-by-case basis. Harry fought that decision in court. In 2025, he lost. He said publicly he was devastated, that he'd struggled to forgive the ruling, and that he couldn't safely bring his wife and children back to Britain, at least not the way things stood. Layer on top of that the parts of this family's story that are already public record, Harry's 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey and his 2023 memoir, Spare, both of which laid out, in his own words, just how fractured things had become with his brother and father. Which is what makes this next part genuinely surprising. This July, Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet are confirmed to travel to the UK, marking 1 year until the Invictus Games come to Birmingham, alongside appearances for 2 children's charities Harry has long supported. And King Charles offered them somewhere to stay, a mix of private and royal residences for the trip. It's a small detail with a large meaning. The family doesn't have a home of their own to return to anymore. They handed back the keys to Frogmore Cottage, their old home in Windsor, back in 2023. So this offer isn't just hospitality. It's the king creating a door that, as of right now, his son doesn't otherwise have. And then, in the last 2 days, that door got a lot harder to walk through. Reports now indicate that Harry's specific request for a dedicated security package for this July visit has been denied. This is separate from his larger, still unresolved legal status. This was the ask for protection covering these specific 5 days, and the answer was no. A source close to the couple says the real concern isn't really about Harry. He's reportedly comfortable handling his own security. It's about Meghan and the children, about what could happen to a 5- and 7-year-old in the middle of the most intense media spotlight on the planet with no guaranteed protection in place. One report, a day before this news broke, said the whole family was confirmed to come. The very next day, outlets were reporting that Meghan and the children's attendance was suddenly being reassessed while Harry himself was still expected to travel regardless. So here's where this actually sits, 8 days out. A father who spent years fighting for the right to bring his children home. A king who just offered him a door back in. A security system that just may have slammed it shut again. Not on Harry, but on his wife and kids. And underneath all of it, the still unanswered question this family has been avoiding since 2021, if Harry does land in Britain next month, will he and his brother actually be in the same room? Nobody on either side has said D, and by most accounts, even the family itself doesn't fully know yet how this ends. This is a story that's still being written, 8 days from a landing that might look nothing like what was planned. If you want to know what actually happens when that plane touches down, this is Crown Chronicles. Subscribe, because we'll be covering it the moment it does.